Hi guys, so I wanted to jump on quickly and talk to you a little about the amount of work that an audit takes. Because I really don't think that clients understand how much work it takes to do an audit. I believe they think that auditors are just glorified accountants and we're just going to put together the statements and calculate the tax and send that off. So I picked up the our manual current audit program that we used to use because now we're automated. So I want to share that with you. Uh, we hopefully you can see my screen and we use this template for training. So let me get this a little bigger. You will notice in the left-hand corner here at the bottom, it's 181 pages. Okay, so and not all sections are going to be relevant to your company. So if, for example, you're not in retail, you're not going to use the inventory, which if you look on here, it's section IA, or you're not going to use the work in progress, right? So it depends on the type of client that you are, the type of industry that you are in. But most of the sections will be applicable, okay? So this is the account section, this is audit planning, this is audit completion. Then we have the different audit sections. We have events after the balance sheet date, we have intangible assets, we have property, plant, and equipment, which is fixed assets. We have investments in group and associated undertakings, as if you invest in your company has a subsidiary, for example. You have financial assets and other investments. Then you have inventory, work in progress, contracts with customers. You have receivables and prepayments, bank balances and cash, payables and accruals. This is section L. Long-term loans and deferred income provisions for liabilities and charges. You have capital and reserve. You have direct and indirect taxes and deferred taxation. All of that is in the balance sheet section, right? Then you have income, then you have expenditure, then you have payroll, then you have related party transactions, group accounts, and consolidation. We don't really use this section because once you're a standalone company, standalone client, then and you don't have to consolidate with any other company, then that section is not going to be used at all. So let me just scroll down a bit and show you. This will take forever. Let me do a page down. So we have all these different sections within the one section. And there are a lot of questions that are going to be asked and relevant to each audit file. Right, this section it's the account section. Section B is planning. We have to plan the audit before we start the audit, right? So we have all of these different questions that we have to ask ourselves and we have to discuss with the clients. I just have my finger on this button right here. Then you have all these questions, right, that we need to ask ourselves. We need to discuss with the client. Is the team sufficient? Do we have undue independence of the client? Do we have personal relationships with the client? All of that comes under our planning. So the planning takes up quite a bit of time. We look at the analytics. If there are any sections of the standards that we need to really focus on. We need to do the analytics. I just talked about that. We need to do the risk. Are any items specifically risky, low, medium, high? right? Then we have, all of this is the risk, right? The materiality threshold. We grab that information. All of this is planning, right? This is even before we start the audit. And this is why I harp on my clients that we need at least 6 weeks. It doesn't matter how small you are, it doesn't matter how small your business is. The the planning alone takes a while before we even get into looking at the actual trial balance, right? To build the statements. Like you have key audit matters, you have, there's a lot of, all of this is planning. We haven't even started, right? That's going concern. We talk about going concern. Now we get into that was property, plant, and equipment. And for each section, we have to test different objectives. Are the property and equipment at the right value? Does it belong to the client? We have to test different assertions. When we're doing the training, we talk about the 6 assertions. These include existence. There's the actual fixed asset. If we're doing the fixed asset section, does the fixed asset exist? Does it exist at the given date, at the balance sheet date? We talk about the rights and obligations, the ownership of the fixed asset. Is the fixed asset actually owned by the company? And there are a lot of small businesses here that you may have the business owner, the CEO buying fixed assets, or taking out loans for fixed assets on behalf of the company, that sort of thing. We also have to test for completeness. We have to test for accuracy, valuation, and allocation. We have to do all of these tests for each section. Classification, are the fixed assets properly classified? So for example, when we do fixed assets, we look at the repairs and maintenance section, or if the client has a fixed asset policy, right? What are they capitalizing? Above what amount are they capitalizing? We talk about and also the presentation. So the 6 assertions, let me go over those again: are the existence, the rights and obligations, that means the ownership; completeness, accuracy and valuation, accuracy, valuation, and allocation; classification, is it properly classified; and presentation. So I just wanted to go over those assertions with you, because we have to consider these in each of the sections that I talked to you about, that I showed you. And we're still going through the program, right? So this program goes on for 181 pages. And I want you guys to, let me stop sharing. I want you guys to appreciate that it is a lot of work to complete one audit file, right? So this is why, again, that's why I tell my clients, we need at least 6 weeks, right? They often think, oh, my company's small, they can do it in a week. No, we can't do it in a week, because one, we have other clients we have to deal with at the same time, especially when there are a lot of the same year ends. For example, in December, we have a lot of clients that have December year ends. So that means we have a lot, that's why they call it busy season, right? We have a lot of those clients that we have to do the audits for, tax compilation, and get those filed within the 3-month period. So give your auditor a break, help your auditor to help you get in the habit of, and I posted a video about this before, get in the habit of getting prepared for the audit process. You know the year end is coming up. I did a video before about every month end being your year end, right? So every month, the only thing you should be doing at the end of your financial year, whether it's December, April, March, whatever it is to be doing that month's reconciliation, tying up the final months of the year. It boggles me that Clients have 3 months to get the stuff into the auditors and get the audit done and get the auditors to get the work out when they are going back to previous months and doing previous months reconciliation. The only thing you should be doing at the end of your financial year is that month's work. Everything else should be up to date, right? Yes, of course, there may be some journal entries that you have to do that may affect the prior month. But if you get in the habit of thinking that every month is your year-end month, you tie up that month, you don't necessarily need to go back to it unless at the end of the year after, looking at your year in full, you may realize that some things are missing, some journal entries need to be posted, but that should not be the norm, let me say it that way. So get in the habit of closing off every month. And, you can look at the video that I did previously. And also get in the habit of getting stuff prepared. This is why I did my stress-free audit workshop, because it came out of the frustration that clients don't know what we need, what we, the auditors, need to perform the audit. So it all started where, I said, you need to get what the client needs out, but they need the same things every year. Majority of the times they need the same thing. We the auditors need the same things every year. So you should know what you have to prepare. So in my stress-free audit workshop, I would love for you to get that for your team, because it will help your team get more prepared. It will help them get more efficient, maximize the auditor's time, save you money, hopefully, and get the work done quickly and out the door. So take care. I just wanted to, drop this video quickly. And if you have any questions, you can send us an email or send us a contact. And we'll get back to you or answer any questions that you may have on the stress-free audit workshop. So take care. Bye-bye.